Hello, everybody. Warm hellos from our Helsinki, which got dusted overnight with some snow and last evening too. So we entered into our fourth winter this year before the summer comes. So, and the winter and the spring, summer, fall season, the autumn season, they go very fast. So, let's enjoy this snow. And this is a longer video. So, I remember, thank you God, to say something embarrassing about me. Um, Maybe the whole thing of being on YouTube is embarrassing because it's hard not to make mistakes. But first, dear God, thank you so much that you have blessed me with this day. Thank you so much for blessing me with a phone, internet, and YouTube access so that I can bring this video, and please let this video bless my viewers. So thank you for joining me today in my little Helsinki apartment. Um, so the embarrassing thing about me, which one? um, okay, I was always embarrassed about my fingers. Um, I like my ideal fingers are this, princess hands with thin um, fingers and tiny thin nails, but that's not what I have. Um, like that. For example, my very close relative has very beautiful fingers, so when she plays piano, it is so beautiful to watch it. And my fingers are a little bit short, so I have to do some tricks on the piano in order to play the big chords. I hope you heard something because I forgot to put my headphones on. My kid is at home today, so it's gonna be on a shorter side. But I promised to tell you about my papers. But actually, my papers, three of them at least, have the same topic as my thesis because my thesis is based on the papers. So, as a visual demo, let's pretend that this is a patch of sky, and each sticker is some sort of galaxy on that sky. And I study quasar fields, so I point my telescope and center it on a quasar. And the sticker, the kitty, is my quasar. So inside there is an active supermassive black hole. Okay, so I want to know if I have another galaxy, which we will represent with a lemon here, which is very similar. So the lemon galaxy and the kitty galaxy, I'm comparing them. This is the quasar. It has an active supermassive black hole. And this is a regular galaxy. It is of the same mass, same redshift, but it doesn't have an active supermassive black hole. I want to know the nearby neighboring galaxies to this quasar, what properties they have, and how those properties compare to the neighbors around this regular galaxy. So is the quasar environment, close environment, the neighborhood of quasars the same or different? And if different, how different from the neighborhood of normal galaxies? So that's all these three papers address. And I take spectroscopy because the spectroscopy confirms to make sure that these galaxies are indeed close to the quasar, and they're not a chance projection. It's a far galaxy, but it's projected on the same field. So the spectroscopy gives accurate distances. And spectroscopy also can give other information, such as estimate of star formation rate. So to see, is it a star-forming galaxy, like a spiral, or is it red and dead, so to speak? a non-star forming galaxy, or what kind of galaxy in terms of the star formation rate. So this is all I do in my papers, and I really enjoy it. In one last paper, I zoomed in on the quasar itself and tried to assess using all the photometry I could find, all the images in different bands that I could find, your near infrared bands, optical bands, blue, red, green, ultraviolet bands, to understand and use that information using this technique called spectral energy distribution modeling to see what kind of a galaxy is hosting this quasar activity. Is it star forming? When was it star forming? How long was it star forming? And how does it compare to a regular galaxy? So it's a little bit tricky because quasars have this beaming central mission due to non-stellar activity. So you have to be careful when you do the modeling. But that was the last paper. The last paper was zooming on the quasar itself, understanding what galaxy is hosting that quasar. And my three other papers focused on the nearby neighbors, trying to understand their properties and characteristics. And that's at low redshift 0.5 or less. So it's quite recent past. Okay, now I am an immigrant, and I have moved a lot. So some people may relate to the relationship of things and immigrants. You know, in the past, when you were immigrating to the US from the old country, you probably never went back to that country. You know, you left everything. I did later. I had several years, like 8 years, before I was able to travel back to where I lived before from the US. But even then, it is expensive, so I cannot travel that much. And now nobody lives there that I know very closely where to stay. It's difficult where to stay. So it's hard to travel, especially with kids. And also right now in Armenia especially, a little bit there is the tension with neighboring countries. So you also have to be careful from geopolitical climate standpoint. But I wanted to share with you that so when I immigrated out of the blue, it's in my experience, my parents told me, and let's put some, it's Helsinki, I live in Nordic capital. In Helsinki, it's very cold here. You have to take care of yourself. So you probably can tell already that I'm not a makeup person. I feel the makeup like crawling on my skin. I don't like it. I think I have okay, let's share what I have because it's a popular topic. I think astronomy topics have to be more popular on internet, but I'm a content creator and I also have to respond to the need. So makeup content. In honor of all the makeup content creators, I do a little bit my stuff. Okay, so this is my handy dandy hygiene item purse. I love it. I got it in Berlin a few years ago when we traveled with a family. So I think I have like I like this one. I put on very extremely rare occasions. Bright lipstick. I probably have the wrong technique.
5 minutes. We can...
But it's a good toy to have in case your kid is having a tantrum, like my daughter. I give her a lipstick and she can, get busy and get distracted. My parenting technique, one of the techniques is distract and conquer. So when the kids have tantrum, I try to have a toy or something in my hand, like a backup plan, to distract and conquer. Kind of like my French teacher, God bless her, Marie Madame Dominique Van Hoff, she used to say, as a teacher, you have to have always in your pocket because something cannot work. Like she had a video presentation planned, but the internet didn't work, but she had like a plan B activity for that day, and she was able to be ready in case of in that emergency case and do another activity with the class. So as a parent, you have to have a plan what happens, in different situations. One of it to have extra toys or some things to distract your kids. All right. So this is my lipstick that I use for a decade or more. It's probably expired. I don't know, maybe you shouldn't be using it. I had somewhere eyeliner. It's not here anymore. But anyway, if I put something dark, actually my hair is on a lighter tint. So my eyelashes are long, but they're light, so you cannot see them. So when I put the eyelash mascara, the word for it, mascara on, then you can really see my long eyelashes. And I don't become like a princess. I become more like Miss Morticia, Madame Morticia, with more of a scary witch kind of eyelashes, not princess eyelashes. So I don't put that. Anyway, it bothers my skin, so I don't like. And I like natural look. Anyway, I told myself when I get a little bit older, then I will start using more makeup. But you have to use in Finland, something to moisten your and preserve your lips and skin. Like my skin, I don't like wearing gloves, so it has a lot of red marks on my hands because it's harsh weather and eventually your skin can break. So I do like some makeup items like hand creams. This one is from Iceland, and this one, and they smell like natural flavors. What is this? Birch, sweet almond, grapefruit, bearberry, wild Icelandic herbs. What is a bearberry? Let's put some on. I already put some on, but you can never have too much. It's very harsh, windy weather, attacking your skin. And especially if you do a lot of cleaning also, like when you have kids to do a lot of cleaning, your hands can get a compromised skin. And this one is the green balm, also from Iceland, from Icelandic herbs. Does it tell me the herbs? Doesn't tell me. Sole. I don't know. And then this one is I got from, I think it was Kemi. I got from Kemi. Helianthus annus seed oil, shea butter, beeswax, Plantago major. I think I wrote a paper on Plantago major when I was in biology. So yeah, it's good to put some on you. And I have this one from, where did this come from? This is from Tenerife, Las Jalapeñas, Yapi Habonas. I'm not sure. It's balsamo lavanda. So aceite, lavanda, cera, abeja, lavanda. So maybe if you speak Spanish, it's you can put also on your skin, but I usually put it just on my lips. So these are my makeups. But talking about little treasures, let's put all this stuff back. This guy also goes back. So coming back to my point about, and let's put this one back here too, treasures. So when I came as an immigrant, I flew with my with my two sisters, and each one of us got a bag, a big blue bag, not a suitcase, a bag, to put anything, for our trip to the United States. And I'm not usually connected, at least at that point, I was even less connected to things. Now I'm a little bit more connected. So I remember, I guess I was a little bit also stupid because I let my sisters put whatever they needed extra room into mine. I didn't have so many things to bring with me. And then we also put big dictionaries, which I still have, with us. So it took a lot of the space. I didn't bring a lot of items. And I don't have a lot of items like from the old country or from my old home. The ones that I have, I treasure. So it's sometimes weird, this connection about you have to make sure, first of all, you're not a hoarder, and to check yourself that you're not hanging on to garbage when once people's trash is other people's treasure. So, sometimes my own relatives criticize me. So they're like, oh, get rid of your boxes of stuff. But these are just like few treasures I have from my old life. For example, this is from, there's even an inscription, a personal inscription. Датян, дай мне 1 минуту. Can you wait? Это папе дай. Стикер папе дай, папа хочет. Я сейчас приду. Дай мне 1 минуту. Да. Иди садись на диванчик, я приду.
Come on, honey.
Да. Я сейчас приду,
Come on,
Ляля.
come on. We're gonna eat the pizza now.
Да.
Are you hungry? You wanna have some juice with it?
Это. Ага. So I better wrap it up. This reminds me of my grandfather. You put a cup of tea, which is made of glass, a glass of tea in there and drink it. It's kind of protective with a holder. I'm not sure I have the cup, but I have this. I should ask my dad who this inscription is for because it's just initials. Да, Джона, сейчас приду. Я сейчас приду. My coffee cup is this, which I also treasure from Starbucks because, I like United States and it reminds me of, no, John, you can give it to Papa. It has the blue bird, and I have another from Blue Raven or Black Raven, another mug. So I like my coffee mugs also. It reminds me of places I've been. Talking about coffee, do you know what this is? It's a jazve, and it's a pretty big one. It's because maybe this is 16 ounce or more coffee mug where you make coffee in Armenia. Na la la. And the last one, it's a trilobite. So I do like museums. It's a... Сейчас иду. Okay. All right. I hope you enjoyed this. I go tend to my baby and God bless.